Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Kharkov, and it's under the command of Zin 1983. Now it's armed with a 155mm howitzer. It's based on the Walker Bulldog chassis, so it's reasonably quick, and it's probably one of the best Artys in the game because it earns a huge amount of credits. It's probably the best performing non-premium vehicle in the entire game, and don't take my word for it, that's Quickie Baby's decision, or his statement, that this is the best earner. In fact, this is the one Arty that when he was given a choice of which vehicle he could have tier 6 for his free-to-play account, he chose the M44. And not really surprising because he can earn a bucket full of credits with this Arty. He's fired around in at that bush. Don't know if anybody was there. Oh, I can see that Zin is scrolling out his aim. Now, there's a quick trick that will actually help improve your aiming, and that is if you hold down your control key and then move your cursor over the minimap where you want to look straight away, and then you right click, then the Arty aim will go there straight away and you'll be able to shoot at that spot, so you won't have to keep scrolling your mouse out. Okay, going for the easy 8, almost loaded. Rounds out. Didn't see where that shot went because he pulled away just after he fired. That's another fault that a lot of Arty players do. They hit the button to actually come out of Arty aim directly after they fire, and you don't see the fall of shot. It's very important to actually see the fall of shot so you can correct it on your next shot. If you get it wrong the first time, you can correct it for the second time. Okay, he's loaded. Rounds out, and again he pulls away straight away, but this time round he did get a direct impact. There's another reason for holding your Arty aim and not pulling away or pressing the button, is that it allows you to follow the target when you so you don't have to dial in on the target all over again. Every time he fires, he's having to dial in on the target and he's having to scroll out, and he wouldn't have to do that if he stayed on the target straight away and just left the Arty aim. Don't press the shift key, don't press any buttons. Just press the fire button and watch the fall of shot. He's lining it up. Rounds out. Direct hit. Ah, now he did it correctly. Good. He stayed with the view. That's it. Follow the target. Watch where he's going. Work out where he's going next. And he's down. Okay, over in the center of the map, we've got a Cromwell. He's marked him as target to let his teammates know that's what he wants to kill next. And that's very helpful because sometimes his teammates will actually wound that target or at least damage him. And when he got a direct hit there on the Cromwell, 222, his teammates might go around the corner. If they can track him for Zin, then Zin can actually finish him off. Unfortunately, we lost sight of where he'd gone. There he is. He's just further up the trench. T-37 is going in, and oh, he does a big ram there, the T-37, and the Cromwell's down. Okay, over in the town we got a T-34. That's the Soviet Tier 5. This is a Tier 6 game, by the way, so he is top tier. KV-1 between those buildings. We can't hit him at the moment, but if he comes out from behind those buildings, we might get a shot. Just back up a bit more. No, he doesn't want to come out, does he? There's still a couple of enemy tanks in the field, an M10 RBFM and that M4A3 Easy 8. He was last seen behind that bush there. He might still be there. He's dialed in. It's worth a round. Okay, the KV-1 doesn't want to come out from around that corner. Okay, T-67's been spotted next to that bush. Okay, he's loaded, ready to go. He's got a reload time of about 16 seconds. He's using premium consumables. That will speed up his reload. T-67 pulled away almost like a Matrix, like a Neo. He knew that he was being fired at and pulled back just in time to avoid the shell. 2 tanks up on the enemy at the moment. Gives them the advantage. KV-1 is isolated in the town. And in fact, he's moved out from behind the buildings now, so Zim might be able to get some shots on them. Okay, there's the number of enemy tanks he can hit. Archer and the T-67. Dialing in on the Archer. Go for it. Fires the round in. Oh, unfortunately we didn't see the fall of shot, so we don't know where that shell went. The EZ8 has been spotted. He's over right in the south of the map near the cap area. Okay, work out where he's going. He's going for the gap. Rounds out. Oh, he actually splashed him there. 153. Not a bad shot, that one. Long range shot. Now, he fired at the Archer, and the Archer was on the downside of that, or the reverse side of that slope, which made it very difficult for the shell to hit him, because it's a very narrow aim on the reverse side of a slope. It's now going to have a go at that KV-1. The EZ8's been spotted again. There he is. Looks like he's trying to attack our M6, so we'll almost be loaded any second. Right onto his rear. That's it. Rounds out. This could be a kill. Oh, it is! Yep. He got wiped out. Okay, so we've just got these... there's 5 all now. 5 tanks left on either side. The enemy managed to claw back a couple of tanks. KV-1's in that area there, in that little cluster of buildings. He's just coming to view. Rounds out. Fires the round in. Didn't see whether it hit the target or not. Of course, we pulled away before the shell fall. This is another reason why I say you must watch the shell fall on the target, because otherwise you can't correct to see if you got it right or wrong. Or you can't see if you got it right or wrong to correct, I should say. It's the other way around. There's the Archer. Okay, he's just behind the building. Has to come out from behind that building if he wants to shoot, though. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to do much. The IKV is getting very close to him. In the town, the KV-1's still behind those buildings. He's trying to get at the T-67. Oh, now we're down to just 3 left on our team and 5 on the enemy team. There's the enemy Arty, or one of them. The Fifi dialing in. Good hit! 212. The alpha damage of this Arty is 550. Unfortunately, we just lost the IKV, which now means our team only has Arty left. So Arty is going to have to pull it out of the... pull the rabbit out of the bag. He fires the snapshot in and gets the enemy Fifi. So that pulls it back. So it's now 2 against 4. We know that 2 of the enemy are the Archer and the T-67. Last seen up on that corner. He was just on that upslope there as well. I think that was affecting his aim because he couldn't shoot down. There's the T-67. He's coming this way. Now lock on. Oh, still managed to get him. Shotgun him at close range. Normally I'd say lock onto a target when beforehand, if you can, and that will help the aim go into the target or help the shell go in. But he's now got it to 2 versus 3. Now one of the enemies is an M44, hasn't been seen yet, but the KV-1 and the Archer have been. And we know that the KV-1 has taken some damage. The Archer we don't know, but he's a very slow moving tank destroyer. It is perfectly possible that that Zin and the AMX-13AM, the tier 5 French SPG, could actually win this one. It all depends on what the enemy do next. If the enemy try to make it to our cap, Zin's decided to go into these bushes, and with good reason. These bushes will actually show him or allow him to see if there's anybody in the cap. Just needs... Ah, yeah, there he is. It is. It's the KV-1. He's dialing in. The KV-1 will know that he's been seen. In fact, there's two there. Oh, he hits the M44 with a big round. He's got to wait for the reload to go through. I'm not sure. I don't think he was seen. He's following the KV-1. The M44 is being killed by the AMX. He fires around and kills the KV-1, which now puts it the advantage to Zin. So it looks like two Arty are going to pull off a win. 2 against 5, and now it's gone to 2 against 1. They've just got to find the Archer and finish him off. And that's easier said than done, but don't underestimate the M44. The 155mm howitzer is very, very effective. The question is, where is the Archer? Well, looks like Zin is going to take up residence in these bushes here and now await the arrival of the Archer to try and cap out. He's a very slow moving Arty, or tank destroyer rather. He has to drive backwards. The Archer's waiting by the gap in the buildings. The one thing Zin needs to do, if he can, if you're sitting waiting in ambush, apply the handbrake. It stops the vehicle from moving accidentally, because if you move the vehicle, you break the camouflage net and it makes it any easier for the enemy to see you. So if you don't want to accidentally get spotted by the enemy by just moving like that, just hit the handbrake, the X key, and then you won't move accidentally when you look around. Not unless you actually use the A and the D keys to actually turn the vehicle. It's just a little tip, it does work. Oh, now there's some explosions in the difference, but I think those are from the aircraft. They're inconsequential to the game. I'm a bit worried that the AMX-13AM might get spotted by the Archer, and he's pulled back around the other side of the buildings, which means that he probably won't get spotted if the Archer comes across the field. I think it's more likely that the Archer will come up through the trench. Well, there's the 2-minute warning. I think the AMX-13AM is headed towards the enemy cap actually at the moment. Okay, the Archer is not going to cap out because he doesn't have enough time. He can't cap on his own, so he's playing for a draw. And it looks like both Arties are going to have to hunt him down to find him. There's no point in waiting in ambush now. I say the best thing you could do is go hunting for him. He can't come to he won't come to the cap. He knows he's hunting two Arties. Even if he finds one, the other one could nail him. So I think our friend in the Archer is probably still in grid square H3, awaiting our arrival at his cap. So I think this is going to be a draw. He's speculatively firing at the bushes. He's not going to load in more than once. He fires another round in, just wildly. It's too late for the AMX to cap, and there's only 8 seconds left. And that's it, game's over. It was a draw. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats and we'll see where this one went. Well, it was the first class tank of Zin 1983 in the M44. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He did get 4 exactly. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 18 in that one. And he got a Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And a high caliber for doing the most damage in the game overall. His win rate from the game was 8584, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. And we can see that he did get the highest damage, 2,303 hit points, the only player to get over 2,000 hit points in total. The next highest scorer was in fact the Stug 3G on the enemy team with 1350, and after that it was the Cromwell on our team with 1137. When it came to kills, it was Zin, yes, with 4 kills, and then there was 4 players who managed to get 3 kills, the Cromwell, the M6, the KV1 and the M44 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, again, it's Zin with 604. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 498 for the M6. In fact, actually, it's 452 for the KV1. Then it's 498 for the M6. If we look at the... it is 498. Get that right, Nigel. Yeah, it's 498 for the M6, and then it's 457 for the Cromwell, and then KV1 with 452. Sorry, I was looking at that incorrectly. Zin fired 26 rounds in that game, got 8 direct hits, 1 penetration, 16 splash. Damage of 2,303 hit points, of which 1,638 were at more than 300 meters. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 4, and got 34 hit points of damage assist and 160 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns. He also managed to get 38 defense points on the KV1 and the M44 whilst they were capping. On a premium count, he earned 37,979 credits and got 5,507 for Courageous Resistance. That's for getting an Epic or a Battle Hero medal in a drawn or a losing game. 43,485 credits altogether, and after resupply of ammunition and consumables, he still made a profit of 10,355 credits. He got 4 bonds for getting the the Gore's medal rather, and the high caliber, and 906 XP, 555 for Courageous Resistance, took away 1,461 experience points altogether. He says this battle was like kissing your sister. Well, yeah, but the thing is, I think you have to look at it from this perspective. You actually turned what appeared to be a certain loss into a draw. It could have been a win. I think you did the right thing to actually wait in ambush at the cap, because it was more than likely the archer was going to go to the cap thinking that, yes, he would be able to shoot any Arty who got close to the cap, but maybe the fact that you killed the KV1 and the M44 so effectively, that put the archer off, and he decided that he was going to settle for a draw. We can see that the archer player... And so I look him up on the table. There he is, 436 hit points, 2 kills and 240 XP. So he was a fairly experienced player. It's just in this case he thought that he would be better off actually playing for the draw, because if he actually had gone to the cap, he was worried that the AMX 13AM or Zin was going to get the kill on him. So rather than lose the game, he actually decided to settle for the draw after all. But in those circumstances, I think you did make the right decision. If you'd actually gone hunting him, especially if you'd gone hunting him individually, there was a good chance that you might have actually come across him and he would have killed you individually. On the other hand, if you'd actually both gone to the enemy cap, you might have been able to cap out against just one archer on your own, or even together. If the archer had fired on one of you, you might have been able to get a shot back at him. But the question is, would he have been able to shoot at you from a hold down position and take you both out of the game? Well, possibly. It was one thing that you might have tried, But in this circumstance, I probably would have done exactly the same as you did and waited at your own cap for the archer to come to you. And under the circumstances, you just didn't have enough time really to do one tactic or the other. You had to make a choice, and you decided to ambush him at your end, and in the end ended up with a draw. But at least it's not a loss. And well, it was an interesting battle, and the kill on the M44 and the KV-1 was very, very good indeed, and well done for getting that, because you turned what was a certain defeat into a draw. Could have been a victory. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for watching.